Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Anna. I am just going to show you guys my sketchbook today because I love watching sketchbook videos. I actually finished my first real official sketchbook. First one that I started in December. And I'm so proud of myself because I've always wanted to do that. But I know some of you guys are nosy. So I'm going to show you guys what's inside. And first, I just want to put a little disclaimer and tell you guys that this is not one of those super cohesive aesthetic sketchbooks that really showcase an artist's portfolio and who they are as an artist. Not that I should have to say that, but I feel like with the way that my chicken almost got out. Not that I have to say that, but I don't know. I feel like we are in an era where there's a lot of beautiful sketchbooks on the internet. And please scroll, leave, go if that's what you're expecting, because I'm about to show you some real monstrosities and what it looks like to discover your art style and get somewhere and then lose it and then come back again and then find it again and then lose it. And this is kind of the story of me really finding my own art style and not quite finding it yet through this sketchbook. But anywho, let's get into it. First of all, shout out to my friend Sealea. She made this sticker. It's so cute. Check out her art. I will link it down below. Okay, let's get started. So starting off strong with some doodles from my baby and this watercolor forest that I kind of quite like. Kind of wonky. This is kind of weird. I'm just gonna insert some commentary because why not? So I got this in December. I got this sketchbook for Christmas. So I was like, we're gonna get a little festive, a little Twilight, a little Twilight energy. And so I did that because where have you been, Loca? A little illustrations because I don't know what to do. I was like, this is too much pressure. We're going to ignore this. And we're going to ignore this too, honestly, because this is kind of cute. Just little cute things, just little cute things. And so I started this book on watercolor. And so I did this little study that is weird. Hello Kitty, my Melody. And then, yeah, we were just going with the watercolor. I really like this lady. That's not good, but I like these colors. I like this lady. I will maybe develop this into something else. And then I ripped out some pages. This is not the right order, but this is where we're at. I took out my pastels for the first time. And I came up with this cute little horse baby doe hybrid that I quite like. It looks soft. But yeah, I thought, I like this, even though it's not good, but I like how it looks, how it feels. I liked working with pastels, so it definitely sparked something in me. These are actually like one of the last pages. I don't know why it's in this order. I ripped out a bunch of things. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Don't ask me. Oh wait, yeah. We're going this way. Okay. So, flip it again because I told y'all, okay, I told you guys that this is not an organized and aesthetic sketchbook tour. It is what it is. Flower Lady again. I quite liked that theme, I guess. Yeah, we did acrylic. We're like, okay, we got watercolor. We did pastels. Oh, wait, no, I did that later. Okay, so we did watercolor. I wanted to try acrylic on this, and it was just not good. I I wrote a little poem to make me feel better about this monstrosity, but I don't know. I like the texture. I like how it feels on my hands, but not how it feels on my eyes. This was cute. I've showed you guys this before. This is just little watercolor illustrations that I really like this frog. I like this. I think I could develop that into something else with my oil paints. I really like this idea. And then these are some of my Patreon mail. Oop! Bet you didn't think that was in there. um, yeah, little Patreon mail moment. Thought this was cute. The universe sings for an audience that never sleeps. Who is that audience? It's God. He never sleeps. The earth sings for God, of course. I really like this. This was from a little nature walk that we took, and there was a tree. There was a chair by a tree, and I sat on the tree, and then I took this picture, and so I painted myself. And then we also found a grasshopper and a frog, and this was a really fun little sketch. Yeah, I really like this page. And we're back with some watercolor. I had so much fun with this portrait. I really like painting portraits, and unfortunately, I think for my what I'm really passionate about, like the themes I'm really passionate about, I don't really do a lot of portrait work, but I definitely do them for fun, and we'll be doing a lot more in my next sketchbook that I actually got. But I was doing so good on this one. I was like, I'm going to keep that theme going, the same color palette. And I did this hummingbird that did not really turn out well, but I like the girl. She cute. Then I entered my illustration era once more with this pigeon, cowboy pigeon. We don't talk about him. These frogs are cute. We don't talk about them either. And then I do like this spread. It's pretty cool. This is just some watercolor forest moment thing. I really like this page. Don't have much to say on it, but yeah. Some more illustration practice. I am currently working on my first children's book, so trying to find my art style for that. And then I pulled out the oil pastels once more, and still need a bit of work on them, but I really like how they feel, and it looks like oil paint because it's oil pastel. So I really like them. I will keep working on them for sure. So another forest twilight moment, and this lonely tree. I don't know, for some reason I thought that watercolor was not something I was really good at anymore, and I forgot how much I had practiced this past year. Interesting. And then another illustration, trying to figure out my illustration style, and these are all the pages I ripped out. Okay, girl, I see you. This is acrylic. So I did redeem myself from that original seascape. I really like this painting. I like the texture. I like when you can feel the paintings. Yeah, I really like that page. And then what is this? I'm scared. Oh, okay, girl, this is cute. And then another page I ripped out that was actually part of my Patreon rewards is this beautiful acrylic piece. I really like this. I like these flowers. I like the river, the little ducks. I yes, I am kind of discovering what I, kind of gravitate towards, and this is very familiar with my current works that I have finished, my current oil pieces that I have worked on. And so, yeah, I think here's where I'm finding what I'm the most comfortable with. I try to do like an abstract watercolor moment here. It didn't really work out, but she's cute. And finished it off with another watercolor piece. I didn't realize how much I had practiced watercolor this past year. I keep saying that, but I don't know. For some reason, I was under the impression that I just like really sucked at it. And now I'm seeing that I don't. So that's it. So that is it for this video. I actually have been wanting to make it since January because that's when I finished it. I started in December of last year and then finished January of this year. So unfortunately, that does mean that I haven't picked up a sketchbook in 6 months, but I did get a new one last week. So that's why I remembered to film this. And so I will be making more sketchbook spreads soon, but I did surprise myself because I currently am in the process of illustrating my first children's book. And so I'm documenting that process on this channel. And on my last video, I talked about how I just felt a little insecure with watercolor because that's the medium I chose to make my illustrations. That was just the style that I was going for my book. And so I think it was just my insecurity talking because it's kind of a big project, and I mean it's kind of normal to feel insecure, but normal isn't good all the time. No insecurity allowed in this side of town, okay? But I hadn't realized that I had been working on watercolor for a long time last year. Like all of last year was mostly watercolor. So my mic died for the rest of this video. So it's future Anna here. I'm just gonna pretend to know what I'm talking about. I forgot, but yeah, that was my sketchbook tour. That was my very chaotic sketchbook tour. I told you guys it would be, but I hope that you are inspired to go crazy on your sketchbook and don't put so much pressure on yourself, because at the end of the day, you're just practicing and that's what matters. So yeah. Oh, and then I was taking a picture for the thumbnail and I found my last painting. So yeah, that's kind of how this tour went. Okay, goodbye.